Okay, so what goes into naming a beer, and what's the favorite beer that you've ever named and why? Big one.
This is a really tough question. So obviously, you know, you can come up with all kinds of cheeky names, right? I love dumb puns. I'm a total sucker for them, but that doesn't always get. It doesn't always capture the whole thing, right? And so when we find like we're really hitting the sweet spot, we've got a name that makes sense for our overarching kind of theme of Tradesman. It somehow describes the beer itself, and it's something you can remember, right? Because everybody out there who's drinking good beer right now, you know, there's 30 new beers a week you could go try, and it really takes a lot to make an impact where someone's like, not only did I like that brewery and I like that beer, I can remember what they called it. So that's where the name game for a beer is really key. We've got a beer that we call Transmission Fluid, which is a terrible name for beer. It's a terrible name for beer. There's nothing appealing about that name. But the beer itself is a Hefeweizen that we use beets and ginger in, right? And so when you pour it in a glass, it is 100% the color of transmission fluid. And people will see it, and they're like, oh, I get it, I got it. Yeah, I want the transmission fluid. Like, now it's something way bigger than a beer, even though that beer itself is super unique. Last year, we did a collaboration beer for the Wine and Food Festival. We do one every year. And that one was fun. It was they actually do a naming contest. So we make the beer together, we talk about the ingredients in the beer, and then we let the general public vote, you know, put names out there, and they pick one, and that's the name for that beer. We'll ride or die with it, right? So we did a citrus and ginger Belgian Saison last year, and someone came up with the name Citrus Got Real. And that's also not a great name for a beer, but it's an amazing name for a beer. I just wanted to say Citrus Got Real.